Okay, there we are. I'm back and I've punched out all of my daisies. Now, something else I get asked about a lot in my classes is that sometimes these punches get stuck because they've got the petals that stick out. Sometimes when you're trying to get your cardstock back up, it can get jammed. Easiest thing to do in that case is just to keep punching until it releases itself. You'll end up with a shower of what looks like confetti on your desk, but you're not going to damage your punch that way. This time it's going to let me pull it out quite easily, and there we are. And don't forget, when you're finished with your punches, to close them up, and that way you won't do them any damage either. Okay, so I'm just going to move these ink pads off my desk to give me a little bit more room to work with. Tidy desk, tidy mind. And while we're talking about tidying up, I'm just going to use my chamois to quickly wipe the ink off the stamp. No need for loads of water or damaging baby wipes. If you just use the chamois, you can spray a little bit of stamp cleaner on it if you would like to, but I find that just having it slightly damp, not wringing wet, but slightly damp, does the trick. That way, when you put those stamps away, you're not going to get them out next time to find that they're grubby, but equally, you're not going to lean your work on them and ruin it halfway through your card. Okay, so the card we're going to make today, I'm using a piece of Purple Posy cardstock in a standard C6 card size. I'm in the UK, so a standard C6 is half of a UK A4 sheet. You might be in America, Australia or Canada, and so your sheets are a slightly different size, but I'm sure you'll know what the measurements are to cut your sheets. And you'll see that I've just die cut using the largest plain layering oval to make a window in the front of my card. And then we're going to layer up the daisies on top of our card. Now, I've done a selection of colours, and the beauty of these daisies is that you can layer up the big ones on top of each other to make a full flower, and then with the little ones, obviously you can go in on top and layer that up again to make an even fuller flower, which I think you'll agree is quite a nice look. There are lots of things that you can do with these daisies. If you fold them in half across the middle, you can fold them so that the petals are next to each other and not overlapping, and make yourself a daisy that is just the head. Now, if you were to cut that in half, and let me grab my snips and I'll do that for you. We're just to unfold that again and cut in half where we've made the crease line. We can actually layer that up. Come here. We can layer that up. Now, I've no idea what these flowers are called. I've got some in my garden. They're beautiful. No idea what they're called, but they're some sort of daisy. And if you layer that up so the petals are not on top of each other, there we are. You can trim that to make it even along the top and add a middle to cover up where it's overlapping each other, and then you've got a slightly different type of daisy as well. And I'm sure there are lots and lots of different flowers that you can make using this set. They might be called daisies, but I think they can probably be turned into lots and lots of different things with a little bit of imagination. Okay, so let's get on with assembling our card, but the first thing I'm going to do is run the front of my card through an embossing folder using the Big Shot. So I will be right back.